Hello my friends and welcome to this here video. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed already, because I make car videos naturally every Tuesdays and Thursdays. Might be more soon if I get more subscribers, eh? And if you have a car you'd like me to have a look at, please let me know because I'd love it. So this, my friends, is a 1989 Metro. Now you may be wondering, what model of Metro? It is a Mark II. You know how you know that? The bonnet comes down lower, there's a bit more metal work, and then you've got the shallower grille. These grills are also on these models only body coloured or black or silver, but I think you've got to get a bougie Vanden Plas to have it in silver. But anyway, this particular model is a 1989. It was pulled out of a barn I think a few months ago, and it had done 30 miles in the past couple of years. It is currently verified 21,000 miles. Of course the paintwork is, as you see it, it is what it is. It's an old car. The paint obviously hasn't been cared for by its previous owner, but the new owner, obviously she cares for it very much, and it's probably going to get some stuff sorted, but no pressure. It still looks lovely the way it is. So this is a 1 litre. The Metro range was 1 litre, 1.1 and a 1.3, all A series naturally. And with the Mark III, obviously, which this was replaced by in 1990, they included a 1.4 litre diesel, which was the first time they included a diesel in the Metro range. So for me, this one's like the cute Metro, if you know what I mean. So the original Metro is like really it looks angry, and if you put a splitter on it, it looks fine. I think iDriver Classic Steph did a splitter on hers and it just looked epic. So, and obviously you have them inset lights. These as well, another way you can tell Mark II, obviously besides looking at it, is the indicators are integrated into the headlamps. So you don't obviously have your indicators on here anymore. So just fun fact, we were literally, I don't understand why we're like this. We were literally stood here for like 10 minutes trying to get this bonnet open, thinking it comes open from this side. Like what are we doing? So on these cars as well, you notice it just says Metro on there, the Austin branding. Other than, well, the Austin branding has completely been deleted from this model because obviously it's a Mark II and a later Mark II. The Austin branding was available on the original, the earlier Mark IIs, obviously they're 85 through, I think it was 87, but it's a bit curious that these are in red. Obviously the red's faded over time. I've been behind this thing as well, and these lights are super tiny and super cool. Yeah, I love it. I just think it's brilliant. Oh look, oof, I did it again. I got my fist in a Skyline, my finger in a Metro. But this is an L, so obviously it has I think this sunroof was optional. It is a windy sunroof. I think it's optional. The L, fun fact, is the same spec as my lovely Maestro, my lovely Mimi. Of course, you've got the roof rails and a bit of ducting, or what's called drainage for this, so you can fit some roof racks, which would look super amazing on these, I think. Another thing I find a bit weird is this window is almost flush against here. Of course, there is a bit of a ridge. But yeah, just a curious note. Also, that's really funny. Shout out YRMC, brilliant stuff. So now we'll move on to the lovely interior, which is the same colour as my Maestro's interior. Right, there we go. Trope of all car reviews, you've got to slam the door when you get into the interior because it makes it look like you're getting in the car. Even though I've been sat here for like 5 minutes doing takes and reading Wikipedia. Jokes, I don't read Wikipedia. Anyway, so the Mark II interior is completely different from the Mark I interior in ways I don't know. I think the instrument binnacle's different, and you don't have this lovely, this looks like it's straight out of an 800, this cassette storage. Let me put my hand in every single one. This cassette storage area, it looks straight out of an 800. How weird is that? Well, obviously you've got the wonderful blue interior, same as my lovely Maestro, who's chilling in the background. This Philips radio looks original. Poke. This Philips radio looks original. Of course, it's a cassette deck, but look at that lovely. It's like a graphic. It looks like the Ashes to Ashes ceiling and floor. So, but yeah, I'm quite comfortable in this. Of course, you've got the seat adjustments, so you can move forward, you can move back, you can. Oh, you don't have a wheel on this side, but you do have a wheel on this side, so you can wheel and move forward and stuff. you've even got these brilliant headrests, which are probably the world's most uncomfortable things ever. I think the higher spec Metros came with the weird, what is it called, cylindrical shaped ones where you can actually rest your head. I don't think this is particularly a headrest. I mean, if you look at that, I'm not very comfortable, naturally. But these are like a weird soft touch plasticky foam thing. But yeah, you can be like, shut up.
Passengers.
you know what I mean? Your clock on some of these models, and only on the Mark II, you got a digital clock on the roof. On some models, anyway, you have your choke, obviously, which is a bit. Why am I putting my clutch in? What the heck is this? Millennial check? I don't even know how this works. I drive one of these every day with a choke, and I don't even. Oh, well, it's a fairly small one. Oh wow, it's so small. With my Maestro, you have to literally like yank it out. It's like the handkerchief joke from like the 50s, where you're like getting like 500 meters of choke out. This glove box is curiously very, very tiny. We can't obviously film in it because we've got stuff, but you've got two lovely cup holders here. Why does it, for like afternoon tea or something? Very, very weird. And that makes a really satisfying sound as well. I just love this though. It's like they could have put wood here. I think they might have even done that on the Van den Pla model. Just look at that. It's also square and very in your face. So if you come a bit closer, you can see the lovely Metro badging on the steering wheel, as the earlier models would have had Austin written on the steering wheel, obviously, like my lovely Maestro over there. These gauges are familiar as well, exactly the same as my Maestro, just in a different colour. Very curious. Obviously you can see the 21,000 miles as well. These buttons are also lifted straight from a Maestro, and they're very clicky. Yep, very interesting. And you also have your wonderful little demister vents and all your other vents. That looks like it's lifted from a Maestro as well. It looks like a miniaturized Maestro air vent. Very weird. And this is very. This is one of them things, I guess. But yeah, I have quite a lot of room in here, and your door bins aren't too bad either. The door bins are a bit sparse, and you can fit some CDs in there or some cassettes. I can't imagine what the radio sounds like though with speakers that tiny. But yeah, let's have a look elsewhere. We also have a Fletcher's map. Obviously that's the 1980s Rover logo. Someone's like killing the dogs. That's the 1980s Rover logo where the font is a bit closer. There's not a lot of spacing. Very cool. So getting to the bonnet release on these is actually quite awkward. It's literally embedded in here. So you can see it. Oop. So now we're going to move on to the engine bay. So to open the bonnet, you've got to literally stick your whole entire fist in the front, in a forehead. Open that. Little latch there. This has to be the most difficult bonnet I've ever opened. There you go, your 1 litre A series. 4 in a line, brilliant stuff. Same, obviously, same engine as my car, just obviously mine's a 1.3 A plus with electronic control, whatever that means, and it's rotated around. Funny thing about the Maestro. So yeah, that's the engine. It's quite interesting. Same engine as obviously a Mini, so very cool. There's no weird like things. There's obviously always just the asbestos warning on all these cars that are like, okay, scary stuff. Let's see what this beast can do. Let's see what she sounds like. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I like these Metro decals as well. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, I hope you like this video. If you want me to look at your car, let me know. Please subscribe. Again, this is just a brief tour and like a sort of a little review. So yeah, one of them things, I guess. Thank you for watching. Keep watching and subscribe.